students, today we are going to study about work and energy. Here in this lesson, actually you have taken information about work in standard 6. Then also I am going to explain what is meant by work done. You know that suppose here is one vehicle. What is here? Here is one vehicle, and if we used a force on this vehicle, if we started to push this vehicle, why? Because there is no petrol. Understand? Suppose if there is no petrol and we want to take it to site, if vehicle has stopped in middle only as there is no petrol, then there is need that we should have to take it to the site. How will you take it to the site? Then that's why we have to call to someone and we should start to push it. We are pushing means what is happening? That we are applying our own force. So when force is applied on the object, when force is applied, what I am going to say? When force is applied, when force is applied on the object, if force is applied on the object, what will happen? If you start to push, it will move. Means then their displacement takes place. Displacement takes place in a vehicle, means in object. It is called work is done. It is called work is done. Understand? What is work done? Work done means when force is applied, when force is applied on the object and object moves and object displaces, that is called work done. Then this work done is written by letter W, and this work done is calculated by a specific formula. What is formula? Yes, anybody know? No. If you don't know, it is simple that you are applying the force on the object, means F. And when force is applied on the object, displacement takes place, means into S. So W is equal to Fs. W is equal to Fs is the formula of work. Then this work when takes place, then we are calculating is W is equal to Fs. There are sometimes displacement take place in a specific direction. If there is a displacement take place in a straight line, no angle is formed because we are pushing. Suppose there are 2-3 examples are given in your textbook. I will take that examples and we will discuss about it. In your textbook on page number 19, there are 3 pictures shown here. Here there is one girl. Here is one baby. This baby is pulling to the cart. This baby is pulling to the cart. Means what is happening that this cart is going to displace. There is a displacement of this car when this girl is pulling towards her. Then what is happening that this car displaces in a straight line along with a horizontal position. Okay, but what is the situation? What is the direction of the force? The direction of the force applied on this body is along with the direction of the stream. Means force is applied along with the direction. The direction of the force which is applied on this object is along with the string. Means what happens here? Specific kind of angle is formed. Here displacement take place. Here displacement of the vehicle take place in a horizontal direction. But actually when it is pulled, means while pulling, there is specific kind of angle is formed along with this tree. Yes, am I right? Then now here, then we have to, how will you find then W is equal to when force is applied in a particular direction, and if there is specific kind of angle is formed because of this string, then here we will find W is equal to Fs into cos theta. How is that? Why should we take F? Why should we take here? Its reason is that force is used along with this along with the string. The direction of the force is along with the string. Means this is hypotenuse. And here F1 be the direction. F1 is the displacement take place in it. Then what will happen? Now cos theta is equal to, what is formula of cos theta? Adjacent side F1 upon F4. And therefore here when there is a specific kind of this force is used on any object along with the horizontal line, then the angle formed by the string is cos theta, and therefore W is equal to Fs into cos theta. Here suppose that angle made is 0 degree. There are different situations can form. What are the angles are formed by it? That one is suppose 0 degree. When is 0 degree? Means when just here suppose there is one object and we push it, means there is no angle formed, then 0 degree. But sometimes 90 degree angle can form 90 degree, and one angle can also form of 180 degree. Then here if 0 degree angle is formed, then what is the value? Cos 0 means 1. Cos theta. Cos 0 here theta, then its value is equal to 1. Then it's a 0 and it's a minus 1. And according to that formula, if we want to calculate W is equal to Fs, then you can calculate and you can see that Fs into cos theta. Then according to it, what will happen? Fs into 1 means W is equal to Fs will come. If suppose there is a 0 degree, means force, we can use value of force and displacement, and if angle value is 0, then its answer will be 0. And in case of 180 degree, then that is Fs into cos into minus 1, means its answer can come negative. Then from this we can find out the types of forces. We can find out types of work. What are the types of work? Do you know? That we will see what are the types of works. Work is classified as a positive work. Work is classified in 3 ways. One is their positive work. Second one is their negative work. And third one is the 0 work. These are the 3 types of work. What is meant by positive work? I will tell you that one example. Again we will go that there is one vehicle, there is a car which does not move itself. Then we have to push it to take in forward direction or to the side. Then I want to push it in the forward direction. Suppose now I am pushing this car, means here there is a car and this car is pushed by me or you. We are pushing in forward direction. If we are pushing in forward direction, means the direction of the force is in forward direction. Direction of the force is in forward direction. Then what will happen? Displacement will take place in the direction of the force. Understand? Positive work means what? When displacement take place in the direction of the force, is called a positive work. Understand? Whenever displacement of the object take place in the direction of the applied force, that is called a positive work done. Now negative work, you are pushing ahead. Suppose I am going to push it, but the duster is coming in downward direction. I am using force, but duster is coming downward direction. That is called a negative work. Means what is the definition of negative work? When there is negative work, when there is displacement of object in the opposite direction of force is called a negative work. Understand what I told? I am trying to push it in upward direction, but the chalk comes downward direction. Means you are pushing in forward direction, but vehicle comes in backward direction. That is called a negative work. Now zero work. What is meant by zero work? It is very simple. When zero work takes place, when force is applied in 90-degree direction. When force is applied in a 90-degree direction. For example, suppose this is the bag of 100 kg and 100 kg bag is kept on my head. 100 kg bag is kept on my head. Means this bag is acting its own pressure or force on my head, but there is no motion take place, no displacement. Then such a work done is called a zero work done. Understand what I told? When perpendicular force acting on the body and there is no displacement at all, that is called a zero work. Is there any need to write? If not need, then we will go in the another part. So just again once I am going to repeat what I have taught to you about work done. Work done means what? Work done means when force is applied on the body, and body displaces, that is called a work done. Work is calculated by W is equal to Fs. Now what is the unit of work done? How is work measured? We have to find unit. What is the unit of work? Do you know? We will see that W is equal to force is measured in Newton. Force is measured in Newton, and this S stands for displacement, that is meter. That is meter. Newton meter is the unit, is the SI unit of work. Okay, SI unit of work is Newton meter. Then Newton meter means 1 joule. Okay, 1 joule is equal to Newton into meter. Means joule is the unit of work. Joule is the unit of work. What is meant by 1 joule then? Yes, anybody can tell what is meant by 1 joule? The definition of 1 joule is that when 1 Newton force is applied on the body, and body covers the distance of 1 meter, that is called a 1 joule. Understand? Look here, definition of 1 joule. Definition of 1 joule means when 1 Newton force is applied, on object, and object displaces by 1 meter is called a 1 joule. Simple definition in your own language. Otherwise, then in textbook here it is mentioned that when 1 Newton force causes the displacement of 1 meter is called a 1 joule. Understand what I told? 1 Newton force applied on the object causes 1 meter displacement, that is called a 1 joule. Or simple in your own language, when 1 Newton force is applied on the object and object displaces by 1 meter is also called a 1 joule. Means this is the unit of work done in SI system. Or it is in MKS system. Then what is the unit of work done in CGS system? We will check it. Force is measured in CGS in time and displacement is measured in centimeter. Therefore, for CGS system, work done is equal to Fs, means work done is equal to 1 dyne into centimeter. Means now we have to prepare, then this is called a erg. This is called a 1 erg. Means 1 erg means what happened? We will change it here now, 1 erg. We will change here 1 erg. We will take here, what we will take? Here we will take dyne. And here what will happen? Here it will come centimeter. It will come centimeter. In which are we looking in? It is in CGS system. We are going to study the unit of work done in CGS system. So then W means when one dyne work, when one dyne force is applied, one dyne force is applied on object. When one dyne force is applied on object and it causes 1 centimeter displacement, in object, that is called 1 erg. That is called 1 erg. Understand what I told? We have studied, we have seen the definition of work done. We have seen types of work, positive work, negative work and zero work. Afterwards we have seen about what is the 1 joule, definition of 1 joule. We have just seen what is the definition of 1 erg. Then now we have to study, after seeing the units, what is the relation between, state the relation between. There is a question that state the relation between joule and erg. How can we see? Yes, it is possible. Then we can see 1 joule is equal to 10 raised to 5 dyne into 10 raised to 2 centimeter. Understand? 10 raised to 5 means actually we will take here 1 joule is equal to Newton into meter. Then Newton is converted into the dyne. Newton is converted into dyne and meter is converted into the centimeter. Then what will happen? 1 Newton means 10 raised to 5 dyne. 1 Newton means 10 raised to 5 dyne. And here 1 meter means 10 raised to 2. So what will happen? 1 joule is equal to 10 raised to 7 ergs. Understand? That is the relation between joule and erg. So dear students, whatever I have taught up till here, there is need that you should have to read it again and again so that you can understand, and it needs the practice of it. Now we are going to enter into the next slide, that is the another part of this lesson is energy. Work is here completed, and now we are going to see what is meant by energy. When work is done, there is need that force. And what is meant by force? One should know what is meant by force. Understand? What are the types of forces? You came to know the concept of force in standard 6 as well as it was in standard 8. So then here I am not going to enter what is meant by force, because here I have to explain what is meant by energy. But we can't separate it, and that's why again and again that same word force will come in my mouth, or anybody is going to teach you that force, there is a force, that's why there is energy. You can't separate it. Force means at last energy. Then what is meant by energy or what is meant by force? Ability of the body to do work. One boy is getting 100 marks, means he has the ability to get 100 marks. One boy is getting 10 marks, means he has that much ability. Or here suppose one can take 2 hours to reach in Bombay, someone will take 2 days, someone will take 20 days. Means these abilities are different, but at last they are reaching there. At last they are reaching there. Means this ability to do something is called energy. Ability. See, definition of energy: ability of body, or I am writing here object. Ability of a body to do work. To do work is called energy. Is called energy. Then what are the types of energies? There are a number of types of energies. Means solar energy, light energy, sound is also energy, mechanical energy, magnetic energy, muscular energy. There are a number of types of energy. Besides that, potential energy, kinetic energy, electrical energy. These are the types of energies. From these different types of energy, we have to study about 2 types of energy. So do you understand what I told? What is meant by energy? Energy means ability of body to do the work. Even if you start to dance, that is the ability. And ability came to dance means what happened? There is an energy. Okay? Understand? When we start to dance means motion is taken place. So energy of the body on account of its motion is called, that we are going to study, kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. What is meant by kinetic energy? Ability of body to do the work on account of motion is called KE. Understand what I told? Ability of the body possesses energy on account of its motion, that is called kinetic energy. Understand? Here 2 types. Actually one definition I wrote and I said another one. As you like. Once if you understand the concept, you can write in your own language. No compulsion that you should have to write as it is from the textbook. So what I told, ability of the body to do work, that is called energy. And when body has the ability to do work on account of its position of motion, then that is called a kinetic energy. What are the examples of the kinetic energy? If you are driving cycle, which energy is that? You are actually using your cycle is moving, displacing. There is a motion take place, means that is example of pedaling of the cycle, is example of kinetic energy. If water is, today only I heard news before starting this lesson that water is released from Koina Dam. Then when water is released from a certain height from the Koina Dam, then that water is not standing in a one place like a statue. Is it standing? No, not at all. It will move. However, you are ready to move out of class as soon as the bell rang. Am I right? So like that, now that water is released from the certain height and that water is continuously moving, it has a motion. So energy possessed by the body on account of its motion is called a kinetic energy. And this kinetic energy is calculated by the formula 1/2 mv square. Understand what is the formula of kinetic energy? The formula of the kinetic energy is equal to 1/2 mv square. How is this formula calculated? How can we express this formula? How can we derive this formula? So energy, there is a kinetic energy, means what happened? Force is used and force is equal to MA. Understand? When force is applied on the body, then Force means actually when force is applied means work is done. Work is done. Am I right? When force is applied on the body, then work is done. So W is equal to Fs. What is formula? Just we have studied W is equal to Fs. Then tell me that what is force? Force means F is equal to mass into acceleration. F is equal to ma. Why? Because whenever force is applied, after applying the force, body is displaced and therefore F is equal to ma is the formula. Then what is meant by displacement? According to Newton's second law, S is equal to ut plus half at square. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Then initial speed, any body when starts to move, it doesn't start from 100 to 2000 or 2000 to 1 lakh. It always starts from 0. Understand? Initial speed is always U stands for initial speed. So initial speed is equal to 0 u0 into t any second time is equal to half at square. Means what will happen? S is equal to 0 plus half at square. Means what happened? S is equal to half at square. Understand? Now come here. Then W is equal to Fs. W is equal to Fs. F means what? Now W. At last energy means work is done. At last energy means work is done. So W is equal to F. F means MA. F means MA. You can write here this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2 and this is equation number 3. Then F is equal to MA and S is equal to half at square into half at square. Then what will happen? W is equal to 1 upon 2 MA into A square T square. Understand? Then according to Newton's third law, V square is equal to half at, half A square T square. Therefore, means here according to Newton's third law, I am going to tell you that there is another one formula that V is equal to Newton's third law. If it is used then what is happening? The displacement whenever takes place, V is equal to U plus AT. V is equal to U plus AT. Then V square is equal to 0 square plus A square plus T square. Means what happened? V square is equal to A square T square. Then here this is equation number 4. Then from 1, 2, 3, 4 what is happening? 1 upon 2 M. F means MA, that M is here I took A into A square T square and 1 upon 2 A square T square, but V square means here W is equal to what has happened? W is equal to half M. Look here what I have written, M A square T square, and this A square T square means what? V square. Therefore W is equal to mv square, and W means what? W means ability of the body to do the work, that is kinetic energy, and thus kinetic energy is equal to 1 upon 2 mv square is the formula. By this way the formula to calculate kinetic energy is derived. Now there is a next one energy which is given here in your study in 9th standard, that is potential energy. We will see what is meant by potential energy. Okay, potential energy means its short form is PE. This board is not moving at all. From last year I am going to tell him that I move, go from my house. I don't want to teach to someone. I don't want to work here on you, with you. Because he is black, I am white. Am I right? Oh, that discrimination, that is no part of discrimination. But if you give order to this board that move itself, go away, will it go? It will not go. But now what has happened? Just I have taken again and again, I am taking this duster and taking and again keeping there. But if board decides that not to bear it, if board decides that not to bear the weight of this duster, should not support, then what will happen? Duster will fall down. Duster will fall down. It means that here this board is not moving at all. Board means the object. It does not move. It is at its rest position. Board is at its rest position when the body possesses energy on account of its position of the rest, because this duster is not falling down, means this object board is applying its own energy to bear the weight, and it prevents not to fall. It prevents the falling down of this duster. It means that this body which is at rest is also still working, and then it has this object which is at the rest has a energy that is called potential energy. So what is definition? The energy, look here, simple definition, the energy possessed by an object on account of its position of rest is called potential energy. Understand? Is called potential energy. And then this potential energy is calculated by formula mgh. M stand for mass, G stand for gravitational force, and H stand for displacement. H stand for displacement. Now, PE is equal to mg. Means what is the difference between Ke and PE? Yes, anybody can tell. Simple question can be asked in exam, that differentiate between kinetic energy and potential energy. So you may write only two statements, you will get 2 marks. First statement is that kinetic energy means body possessed by energy possessed by body on account of its motion. On account of its motion is called kinetic energy. Here P means what? Energy possessed by object on account of its rest state, on account of its position of rest. Here it is written. I have written here definition. So energy possessed by object on account of its state of rest or position of rest, that is called a potential energy. Second point is simple. The kinetic energy is calculated by 1 upon 2 mv square. Potential energy is calculated by mgh. Understand? Have you any difficulty till here? If you don't have difficulty, then I am going to take another point, that is power. What is meant by power? Sometimes we are saying that hey, he has more power, don't fight against him. Or you are reading 440 volt, I will give you shock of 440 voltage, power, etc. This power word is again and again used, even it is used in politics, even it is used in class also. Sometimes your classmates are telling that, if you have a power, come to fight, I will defeat you, I will beat. Understand? So power is used for different terms, muscular power, mechanical power, like that also we can use, we can say. But actually what is meant by power? We will take example that suppose if we want to go to Bombay, then those students will decide to go to Bombay actually by walking. How many days are required to them? When can they reach from Shirol? Where they can reach from Ichalganji to Mumbai? Someone will take 10 days. Yes, am I right? Someone will take 10 days. If someone start while walking only, if he runs sometimes he is running and sometimes he is walking, he can reach in 9 days. Or he can reach in 8 days. It is possible. If someone want to go by bicycle, if he goes by bicycle, then he will be need of 5 days. If someone want to go by the vehicle, by bike, at last it is depend upon the capacity of the bike, power of the bike, again power word can. because you know that there are 100cc engines, there are 125cc engine, means at last it is depend upon the power. So even though if you want to go by the 100cc bike, then at last you are in need of minimum 24 hours. Minimum 24 hours I must here telling. Its reason is that without non-stop when you want to decide to go, then you can reach within 12 hours also. Possible or not, I don't know, but it is depend upon if we decide and if we take firm decision, then someone can reach also. But if you want, someone can go within 35 minutes or someone can reach in Bombay within 20 minutes also. How is that possible? If you want to go by the aeroplane, then you will reach in Bombay within 35 minutes. If you want to go by the rocket, then you can reach within 20 minutes. Or the vehicles which are used to reach on the different orbits, different planets, if that are, then we can reach within 1 minute also, because speed of that rockets is more than 70,000 km per hour. Understand? What is the distance from Mumbai to Ichalkranji to Mumbai? That is maximum means near about 370 or 75 km. Means how much time, how much minutes will require? Means at last what happened? Someone is taking 10 days, someone is taking 8 days, someone will take 5 days. Means here what happened? Actually power is used, means what happened? We are working, means work is done. So doing work, someone take more days, someone take medium days and someone takes very less days. Means what happened? Work rate of doing work is different. Rate of doing work is different. That is called power. Power means what? Power. This means power. This means power. Here different time is taken. Different time is taken by every object or everybody. That different means whatever the differences. The differences means called power. So power means what? Power means rate at which work is done. Work is done. Understand? Power means what? Power means rate at which work is done. Therefore, power is equal to rate of work in specific time. P is equal to W upon T. Then P is equal to W upon T. Then power. What is the unit of power? How, in which unit power is measured? So work done is measured in joule and time is measured in second. Understand? So joule per second. Joule per second is SI unit. SI unit means again we are going to study about its unit. So power is measured in joule per second. It means that 1 watt. It is called a 1 watt. 1 watt means what? 1 watt means when 1 joule work is done, when 1 joule work is done in 1 second, is called 1 watt. Is called 1 watt. This watt is the simplest, smallest unit of the power. Understand? What is formula? Formula of power. The formula to calculate the power is P is equal to W upon T, and P is equal to W upon T. Work done is measured in joule, time is measured in second. Therefore, joule per second is the unit of power in SI unit, SI system, and that is called a 1 watt. So, this watt is the smallest unit, or power is measured in MK system in watt. 746 watt when will come together. 746 watt means it is 1 horsepower. 1 horsepower. Understand what I told? 1 horsepower means 746 watt. Heavy difficulty. No, not 1 horsepower means a motor. When we are purchasing electric motor, then that person means dealer, trader is asking that how many HP you want. HP means what? Horsepower means how many horsepower electric motor is required. It is depend upon our work. So then 1 horsepower means what? When 746 watt are taken together, that 746 means actually 1 horse is used to work done, and then that time it was measured that when 1 horse is doing the work in 1 second, then 746 watt work is done or power is used. Therefore 746 watt is equal to 1 HP or 1 horsepower. But this horsepower unit is also very small. For commercial purpose, means when electricity is used at commercial purpose, then that time these watt or horsepower units are very small. It needs that big unit, and that big unit, commercial unit of electricity or power, commercial unit, commercial measurement of power is commercial unit or commercial measurement or commercial unit of power is kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour. Okay. Then 1 kilowatt hour means what? Now that we will also study. 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1000 joules. 1000 joules. Okay. Then 1 kilowatt per hour we will study now. 1 kilowatt hour means 1000 joules into 1 hour. 1 hour means what now? 1000 joules into 3600 seconds. Because this 1 hour should be converted into seconds. So 1000 into 3600 means what happened? Check. 36 ones are 36. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros means what happened? This will become 3.6 into 10 raised to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 raised to 6 joules. So 1 kilowatt hour means 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joules. That is the commercial unit of power. By this way, dear students, I have tried to complete here power. Then now we are going to study about one more point, and afterwards we will see one specific point. Energy. Just we have seen different types of energy. Magnet has energy, so it is called a magnetic energy. Machine has energy, so it is called a mechanical energy. Sun has energy, so it is called a solar energy. Running water has energy, that is called a kinetic energy. If water is stored into the dam, that is called a potential energy. So these are the different types of energies. Have we created ourselves? Have we created this energy by ourselves? Do you believe that man has created? Are we creator of the sun? We are creator of the dam. But can we bring rain ourselves? No, rain is a natural thing. Means in this nature, energy is, we have not created energy. Means human being is unable to create the energy. This energy is neither created. Okay, what is? We cannot create. Means I am writing here, energy is neither created. If we do not create, but there is an energy, can we stop the solar energy? Can we hide to the sun? No, we can't hide. If the water, because of rainfall, water which is stored in the dam or in the ocean, can we destroy that whole water? No, not possible. Am I right? No, what I am going to tell you that we do not create energy, we do not create sun. We do not create the situation that rain should come or rain should not come. Is it possible? Not possible. Rising sun, setting sun, it is not in our hand, means we can't create ourselves. So energy is neither created. Can we destroy, can we stop the radiations of the sun? Can we stop the wind which is blowing? Or wind is not blowing, then can we create the situation that wind should blow? No, not at all. Means we cannot destroy it. Understand? However, we cannot create. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. Means we can't stop nor destroy. Not destroyed. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, but it is transformed. It is transferred from one form to another form. For example, we will see water is stored in the dam. Water is stored in the dam. When that doors are released, the water will come down. Yes, this water, when it was stored in the dam, potential energy, when doors are opened of the dam, then it runs with kinetic energy. Potential energy is converted into the kinetic energy. Then this running water will fall on the turbine, and turbine means it is the part of the generator, and electricity will be generated. Means what happened here? Potential energy is converted into the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is converted into the electrical energy. Electrical energy is converted into the light. And in light you can do the work, means muscular work or muscular energy, etc. Means energy is neither created nor destroyed. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, but it is transferred from one form into another form. This is called yes, law of conservation of energy. Understand what I told? Law of conservation of energy means what? Energy is neither created nor destroyed, but only it can be transferred from one form to another form. By this way, this is the law of conservation of energy. Topic is very, very important. Whatever here I am teaching to you, I am side by side going to tell you about it. Now, one simple point is remembered from this lesson is that free fall. Actually, there was need to take before power, but purposely I kept it at last. Now, attend carefully. While attending carefully, before seeing the last point once today, again I am going to remind you that you don't forget to subscribe the channel. You should press the bell to get the latest updates. However, you are taking benefit of our Ashoka's English Medium Academy channel. So, similar way, your friends should also get this facility, this provision, and that's why you should request. I'm requesting you that you should also request to your friends, you should tell to your friends to subscribe the channel and take the maximum benefit of all different videos of different subjects. Now, what is meant by free fall? Free fall. Here, now there are chalks in my hand. There are chalks in my hand means these chalks I have hold in my hand. But if I release my hand, then what will happen? All chalks will fall down. Am I right? All chalks will fall down. Here it is a duster. Or even if you throw this duster, however you are playing on the ground and throwing the ball in upward direction. So like that, if I decided to throw this duster in upward direction, will it go on sun? Will it go on moon? Will it go on any planet? No, not at all. It will come down. Why does it come down? You know, why does it come down? It's the reason is that we've thrown in upward direction, but gravitational force of this earth is exerting on it. gravitational force exerts on it and it comes down. Means when gravitational force is used by the earth on any object, then it goes towards the earth. That is called a free fall. Free fall means object moves towards the, I can write here, objects moves towards center of earth if it throws in upward direction due to gravitational force. This is called free fall. Understand what I told? Free fall means object moves towards the center of the earth if it is thrown in upward direction due to the gravitational force. It comes towards the earth. That is called a free fall. Means any thrown object. In short, what? Any upward thrown object comes always downward towards the earth because of the gravitational force applied by the earth. That is called a free fall. So then different types of energies are used in it also. Now we are going to study under free fall how kinetic energy is always equal to potential energy. Kinetic energy is equal to potential energy. We have to study it under the free fall. Exactly what happens in case of the free fall if object is released from certain height. So suppose here there is one object. This is the A, this is B, and this is C. AC is one particular height. Distance of the 2 points from C to A is H. Then here is one object. This object will move. If this object is released from the certain height from the point A, then we have to see that how kinetic energy and potential energies are equal to each other. When object is at A, look here. When object is at A, then we have to calculate its kinetic energy. And what is the formula of kinetic energy? Formula of kinetic energy is 1 upon 2 mv square. Here instead of V, I will take U because U means initial energy. Here to calculate kinetic energy, we have to use V, but initial energy, that is called initial energy is named by letter U. So then what happens? Here we will see 1 upon 2 m into U is 0. So then answer will come 0. Understand? At A. And actually before releasing it, when it was not released till, then what was its potential energy? Potential energy is equal to mgh. So what happened? We will calculate total energy. I will erase it here and I will write here. Total energy, what will come? Yes, who can tell? Total energy at A is equal to Ke plus Pe. What is that? Ke plus Pa. Then Ke is 0 and it is mgh. Means total energy at A is equal to mgh. Understand? This is number 1. Now object is released. It covers the distance of x. Suppose it covers the distance, because when it is released means its velocity will increase. How much velocity is increased, that we have to calculate. So v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Understand? When object is released. Now is there any need of it? If not need, then I will write here total energy at Total energy at A is equal to mgh. Okay, this is number 1. Now here, when object is released from A, then we have to calculate V. Then we have to calculate V. Then how much distance? S means what? S is equal to x, because displacement from A to B, from A to B, that is x. So then we will use here V square is equal to 0 square plus 2. A means what? A means acceleration due to gravity, that is A means gravitational force, that is acceleration due to gravity only. Then 2g, and S means what? X. So what will become? V square is equal to 2gx. Then we have to calculate here kinetic energy when body is released from A. Therefore, kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Then kinetic energy is equal to 1 upon 2 m into 2gx. These two cancelled. What can mgx get? When object is released from point A up till B, then its kinetic energy is mgx. Then what is potential energy when it reaches at the point B? When it reaches at the point B, that we have to calculate, and therefore we will calculate it. Potential energy we have to calculate at B. PE at B. What is formula? mgh. PE is equal to mgh. Then m as it is, g as it is. But what about this distance? H means displacement took place. That displacement took place is total height h minus x. Total height takes place. Total distance is h, and from it x is cancelled. Means h minus x will come. Therefore, PE is equal to mgh minus mgx. Okay. Now find the total energy. Total energy at B. Total energy at B is equal to Ke plus Pe. Ke plus Pe. What is total energy? Total kinetic energy. Total kinetic energy is mgx. Mgx. Plus what is potential energy? Here we have written mgh minus mgx. So positive negative mgx is cancelled, and total energy at B is equal to what is mgh. That is number 2. I will write here. Total energy at B is equal to mgh. Total energy is equal to mgh, number 2. Now we have to calculate kinetic energy when object comes at B. Is it stopping here at B only? No, it will not stop. Because why? Because when any object is released from the top or from anywhere, however it comes towards the earth, what will happen? Then its speed, its velocity will change, its velocity will increase, and therefore then when object is released from B. Now I am writing here, when object is released from B. When object is released from B, then what is phi? Phi is equal to, means V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Object reached at here. Now then V square is equal to 0 square plus 2 into A means G, and displacement, total displacement is of H. Total displacement is of H. Means what will happen? V square is equal to 2GH. Then we will calculate Ke is equal to, yes, kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. half mv square, then kinetic energy at C is equal to 1 upon 2 and into v square means what? 2gh. So 2 cancelled, it comes mgh. Kinetic energy at C. Kinetic energy at C is equal to mgh. Then what about potential energy at C? When it reaches at the ground, then there will be the potential energy. When it will reach, means when object is released from point B, then its kinetic energy we have calculated, that is mgh. Now when this object will reach at the C, when object reaches at C. When object reaches at C, then what happened? H is equal to 0. H is equal to 0. Therefore, potential energy at C is equal to mgh. So m into gravitational force into h means 0. This what will come answer? Pe is equal to 0. Now then find total energy. Total energy at C is equal to Ke plus Pe. Ke plus Pe. What is Ke? Ke means we have got here mgh. We have calculated here mgh and Pe got 0 means mgh. So total energy at C is equal to mgh. That is equation number 3. Understand? Then it is under free form. What we were saying that total energy at C is equal to also mgh. This what happened? When ball was there, when object was there at a certain height at A, its total energy was mgh, means kinetic energy and potential energy was same. Then when it was came at the B, that time also total energy is mgh. And when it was reached on the ground, then also its potential energy or kinetic energy, total energy is mgh. So from this we can prove that kinetic energy is always equal to potential energy. When any object is freely falling down, then potential energy of that object is always equal to its kinetic energy. So dear students, once again I am going to request you that you should subscribe this channel. You should tell to your friends, you should write your comments, you should press the bell icon to get the latest videos about our Ashoka's English Medium Academy YouTube channel. And once again, if you have not understood, you may write to me. You may write your comments. I will try to solve your all difficulties. Thanks for watching our videos.